Hey, everybody. It is time for Purpose and Productivity, and I'm excited to have you in the building with me. Want to make sure that we have some time in the community just to answer questions, and that's what today is about. We're here to answer your questions and share maybe a little bit more in depth on some of the things that we've covered over the last few weeks. And then I want to share, and definitely if you have not had an opportunity to watch the Technologist Forum, I was on the show last night and talked about a workflow that I overcame. What do you, hold on. One second, please. Technical difficulty. So I'm going to keep going and folks will find me because we are live and Zoom is doing what I mean, not Zoom, YouTube, I think, has started a second stream without me doing anything. So if you are on one stream, eventually you'll find me on the other one and we'll keep going. Hey, Brian, 24-hour boss. So glad to see you in the building with us. I see you out there doing your thing, doing some great work. Would love to hear your questions tonight. This is a Q&A time. I'm endeavoring to have at least one Friday in the month where I just stop talking about what I've prepared, and really I'm here to answer the community members' questions. So if you got a question, go ahead and throw a Q colon in front of it, and I'll just focus on answering your questions. That's really what I want to do. Um, so I was sharing that last night I was on the Technologist Forum with James Hicks and had a great time. I We talked about a workflow that I have been struggling with um, for 3 years that I've been doing live streaming and video content on YouTube, and it was the content calendar. So if that's something that you'd love to know more about, go ahead and ask your questions about how I solved the problem, how I got rid of the friction, uh, and what my workflow is. I'll be happy to share it with you. But if it's not something that you want to know, I'm not going to force any questions on anybody tonight. I'm just going to be here to answer the questions. And Brian, thank you for saying that you um, love the idea. So glad to have you in the building. Definitely want to answer your questions. I see you out there. Hey, Frank Jackson, glad to see you in the building. And you found the right stream. Whatever Zoom is doing, and I'm just have learned. Don't worry about it. Just keep going. I There's only so much I can do, and I'm not worrying about it. So this is not leaving off of the screen. So, any questions that you have? Thank you, Brian, for being here, and I'm sure others will come along as they figure out whatever YouTube is doing. I'm gonna be positive about that. So, um, one thing that I I did get some questions, and I always have questions that people are asking me, so I can record the answers here and share some of the things that I've done while you're thinking through your questions. And I know that there's a delay between when you hear me by a few seconds. So one of the questions that happened, it came through in my community, was about using AI tools, and there are way more than we can count. Everybody and everything is saying it's putting AI in its product these days. Um, and I have a philosophy and an approach to AI. I see someone else is joining us. So please go ahead and say hello so I know who is out there and I will greet you. And my philosophy is fundamentally, we still, regardless of what tools are available, doesn't matter what the tool, what the apps are that are available. I'll say it more plainly. Doesn't matter how many apps, how many AI products come out on the market. Each person still has the same 24 hours in a day. So my philosophy is be mindful of when you adopt a new product, a new software that you're learning, a new app that you're learning, how much of your 24 hours is being used to learn that new product while you're learning, and what problem is it solving for you? It's great to wanna know how to use every piece of software that you someone says is a great piece of software. But really, what problem is the software solving for you? What is it you're unable to do? And I got your mess. I see your question, Brian. I love that question. In fact, they dropped some updates today. So, um, yes, there is a way to do that. So I'll come to that in a minute. So, whatever software you're using, whatever solution you're using, make sure you know what problem it's solving. That is first and foremost. Not unless you just love playing with new software and you have, you know, 10 hours a day to just sit and play with software, or that happens to be your business. So you quote unquote playing with software is part of the services that you provide and you're being compensated for that. Otherwise, know what problem you're solving and then go find the software that's going to help you solve that problem. And many times, what we already have is a good start. I am a proponent of not learning a new piece of software and learning a process at the same time. If you need to develop your process manually first so that you know exactly what it takes to execute what you are trying to execute. Once you've gotten that clear and you know exactly what you're pushing, what and then Brian, I'm gonna come to your question. Hello, Yolanda. Yolanda B. Ravens Talk. Hey, I think there's a game this Sunday. Let's see what happens. They better be right come Sunday. That's all I'm saying. They better be right. So, um, Brian asked this question, and I want to get it up here. Is there a way to automate TidyCal to auto send a message after people select a date on your calendar? Yes, yes, yes. So, for those who may not be aware, TidyCal is a booking software similar to Calendly and a host of other of these automatic scheduling tools. Hey, Denise, glad to see you in the building. And it is simple and it's powerful at the same time. When you set up each of your booking types, so let's say you have a 60-hour one-on-one, I'm not a 60 hour, not 60 hours, no, a 60-minute. Let me correct that. You have a 60-minute time slot that you want to make available for whomever, family members, coworkers, employees, clients, potential clients, whomever, to book time on your calendar. You set up that booking in Calendly, and when you set it up, when you set up to Calendly, you configure all of the calendars that you wanted to know about because it also makes sure that it doesn't allow those bookings to overlap unless you set them up. Then, as you're setting up the booking, there's a place in there, and without me going in, I don't remember exactly how far down on the page it is, where you can say automate, like if you're it's a Zoom meeting, you can connect your Zoom account, and TidyCal will put the appointment on your calendar, schedule the Zoom meeting, put the Zoom meeting link in in that event in your calendar, and send the Zoom link to the other person. You can also, in that same setup, you can have TidyCal send reminder emails. So, like, you want to send a reminder email the day before, you want to send a reminder email an hour before, you want to send a reminder email at the time of the meeting. So, you can set all of those items up right in TidyCal. So, that's the sending the message, but also booking if you're using Zoom, if you're using Google Meet, it will also you can also set up automatically putting those things in for you so you're not manually creating the meeting in Google Meet or Zoom or whatever you're using and copying the link into into the appointment or sending it separately in a separate email. It's all handled hands off for you. So if you need more detail, let me know. I'll be glad to dig in a little bit more. So we've got some new folks. Well, they're not new, but they're familiar folks. But we've got homemaking with Denise is here. Glad to see you, Denise. And the emotional CEO is here. Welcome. Glad to see you in the building. I know YouTube is doing something crazy, y'all. I cannot even begin to explain what it's doing. So today is Q&A night. Please feel free to go ahead and put your questions in chat, and I will be glad to answer questions for you. And here comes the little red car. I know you always have questions. And congratulations, we've got a member of the community who just hit 500,000 views. Tornado, yay! You all clap it up for her and the work that she's doing. She is putting in the work every Monday through Friday in the morning. She is live. If you don't catch her in the morning, go back and listen later. The lessons. Now, we'll just tell you, you got to have a little bit of a thick skin. But the lessons are very, very appropriate. They are based on the word of God. They just really help you understand and they help you get clarity and look at what you're doing and how your life is done. Okay, I see your question. Can that be done in all versions of TidyCal? Absolutely, absolutely. Now you're gonna make me want to do a screen share and show you this. So you guys don't. I'm gonna try to do this here. I did not prepare to do this, so I'm gonna do this. So I'm gonna try to do it on the fly. Let me get in, log into my system. Doo-doo-doo-doo. And I will try to show you how to do this. Let's see if I can do this. I got a screen share on here somewhere. Screen share. I don't know how this is going to go. So I'm not on camera, but let me, this is eCam for the win, y'all. This is eCam for the win. We're going to do this real quick on the fly. I'm going to throw this up here and you guys are going to see. Actually, I want this to reverse because it's not going to be right. All right. So while you're watching me futz with this, I am using eCam and I'm just gonna crop this in so it doesn't look so weird and you can focus on the information that I'm putting on the screen versus all this extra space that I got going on here. All right. So this is a TidyCal booking, Brian, and it works very similarly to so you create a booking type. So you go, let me turn on my pro mouse as well. So you go right here and you say create booking type. Every version should have this. So once you create the booking type, you'll put in a title, it'll give you a link name. You can describe your event, whatever it's for. And then you scroll down, you right here where it says add booking to calendar, you decide which calendar you want this to be um, attached to. I'm just going to stick it here. And let's say I'm doing this for family. So I'm going to put it on my home and personal. Here is where you can say how long the meeting is. So let's say I want this to be an hour, so I'll make it 60 minutes. Video conferencing options, Google Meet, Microsoft Teams, Zoom, or a custom video link. So I use Zoom, so I'm going to say it's Zoom. If I want phone call options, I never do phone call options, but if you want the phone call options, you can. If it's in person, you can set it as an in person meeting. I'm setting this as a Zoom meeting. If I want to charge for it, I can enable charging and set the amount that I'm charging. And the two payment processors are PayPal and Stripe. I'm not charging for this. And then I define my availability. When am I going to allow people to am I going to open up my calendar? I'm not doing all of that. Whether it's a group so I can have more than one person, any questions I want to ask the person, this notification is what you're talking about. So you can redirect the person to a custom page, like a landing page if you want. You can have them do an email confirmation, and then you can say custom email confirmation here, and you can customize everything that's in here. I usually do email confirmation. I rarely send people to a landing page. You customize that. Then you can come down below and turn on custom email reminders. All right. And then you can customize this and fill it in the way you want, and when to send the reminders. 1 hour before, you can change this to 2 hours before. You can change it to 24 hours before. You can say 36 hours before. You can, whatever those two. So you get two of them. And if you want them to send you a reply to a different email address, you can enable it. If you want to use, I believe this is true in all of them, if you want to use SMS reminders, meaning you want to send them a text message to their phone as a reminder, you can enable it here, right here. I don't use that, but you could, because sometimes I don't have the person's cell phone number. So, and I'm not. And if you have, you can also turn on copy your team if you want a copy of those bookings to go to someone else on your team or to even another email address that you have, right? So, and then you can set the visibility whether it's private or not. So, hopefully, this answers your question, and it works. These features are available in every version of TidyCal. So that's how that works. I would just walk through it. And if you want additional support, you've got a couple of ways you can get it from me. You can you can join my school group. I'm going to drop a link in the chat, or you can go to my website and book a one-on-one consultation with me. I am not Tora. You all see her? Here she go. She's misbehaving already. Book me an appointment for June 20th. Frank, I will get you. I will get you. Okay, that's a lot of live stream. Yes, she is putting in the work. He's talking about Tora, who's doing these streams every morning at 5:30 I want to say it right. 5:30 Central, 6:30 Eastern. Every Monday through Friday, she is live and she is prepared. So, you are most welcome, sir. Hopefully, if that answered your question, if you again, this is Q&A time, you guys. Ask your questions about a workflow that you're struggling with, a tool that you've been trying to use, something you've heard about that maybe you have an interest in terms of being productive, getting accomplishing your goals, preparing for 2026. Uh, Absolutely want to make sure that I'm here to answer your questions. And yeah, number one, sportcastress in these YouTube streets. Absolutely. You guys are funny. Frank, don't be piling on. I see you. I can see you. How are you liking school so far? Oh my goodness. I am loving school. I would love to have more people come join us because we are, and you can answer this. Tora, come to Zoom. You got the link. Come to the lounge, and you can come on and share some thoughts about it. Um, but y- you, what it allows me to do is to very quickly answer a question for a community member, and it allows the community members to answer questions for each other and to share successes, to share, and I'm putting these little challenges out and to share our wins all the time with each other. So I'm excited about it. There's so much that is changing on the platform. Um, the tiers feature, love it. I'm understanding how to use the various features that are very simple on the surface, but once you start to understand what happens behind the scenes, how much power it is. Oh, well, drop the link on where you somehow get the link where you teaching a lesson in an hour. Maybe some people be wanting to slide through and get some lessons from you. Just saying. So Denise says our community is so wild. Are you talking about your community, your Patreon community, Denise? Is that what you're talking about? Y- And I know Denise, you and Leona are putting out the daily thankful messages here in November. That has been very inspirational for me, and I appreciate what you all are doing. I'm looking. I don't see any other questions. If no one has questions, we can end this and be done tonight. Frank is just now gonna pile on. He's gonna well, for Tora is tea. She's a tea drinker, just so you're aware. She does not drink coffee, she drinks tea. So thank you. You're loving the crisp and very clean new look in my scenes. Thank you. Yeah, I had to lean into being the simple Florence that I am. I like simplicity. I don't like a lot of fuss. And I don't operate well with a lot of fuss. So I just leaned into keep it simple, keep it simple, keep it simple, keep it simple. And that's what I'm doing. Denise, you're talking about us. De- Denise, you need to come over and join us in school, ma'am. So she's talking about this crew here that's hanging out with us. Okay. We're wild. And thank you, Tora, for saying that you like the crisp new look. And look who slid in the building. Hey, Internet, how are you doing? Uh, and you know what? You just reminded me of something. Not sure if everyone noticed. I'm just giving you all time, just so you know. I'm giving you time to ask a question. I have now created a consistent handle to represent me on all of the platforms, even those that I'm not currently posting on, because I'm not posting on every platform. And I did it because when I started looking at if someone wanted to be sure they were communicating with me, how would they know it's me? And while what I really wanted was just to have it be my name, every platform, maybe you all knew this, I didn't know this because I'm not in the social media like that, has different rules. Some you can use special characters, some you can't use special characters. Some they can't be over a certain number of characters, like it can't be over 15 characters. It can't have a period or a dash or underscore, any of that in it. And then others where my name, Florence Donald, had already been used by someone else. Believe it or not, and it's not always Florence Donald. Sometimes I've learned there are men who their names is Donald, last name Florence, all kind of stuff. So that was not available across the board, and I ended up changing it, and I think I'm now settled on what it'll be. So you'll see at Real F Donald across the landscape, whether you visit me, and it's not Real Florence Donald, it's at Real F Donald because of that character limitation when I started trying to um change the name on some of the platforms, it did not let me use the whole name. So it's at Real F Donald now, so you guys will get used to it. Where I have a description, I'm still putting Florence Donald, but the handle, which you may or may not see, depends on what's happening, you'll see now and see it be this. So if you see this handle, it's me, it's me, it's me. If you see that handle showing up anywhere, it is me. Let me just drop it in chat. If I can type, y'all. So you'll see that will be me, and there will be other changes that are coming through over the next days and weeks as we go along. So, and Taurus says, I noticed it. Noticed because it threw me off when I didn't see. I know. And I went through a couple of changes. I'll get it together. I'll get it together. Yeah. Hey, Ananea, you guys are greeting each other. Glad to see you. And I don't typically go through all of these, but this is the time of Thanksgiving. So, is anyone curious what's going to happen in December? If you are, let me know. Put a yes in the chat and I may tell you something. But if you're not, it is now 6:58. I know Tora has a lesson. Tora, text me where you going to be teaching in an hour, ma'am. I'm looking. I'm looking for that message. I'm looking for the message. I'm looking for the message. I'm sending you a message. Where are you going to be teaching in an hour? Inquiring minds be wanting to know. Um, so I can come through. So yeah, I know someone else who did that that's in the eCam community. When their children were born, they set up socials. They bought their domain names for them when they were born. And it's also the reason Inanea tells people to trademark their actual name. Yep. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. So Denise and Frank said yes. So oh, okay. Yolanda, you're saying yes as well. So I am going to do, and this is going to be in the community primarily. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to be doing a month challenge on the gift of time. The gift of time, a month-long challenge. So those who are in the community, it will be a daily challenge for us, and it'll be all about y'all. Denise, I'm starting to agree with you. This crew is wild. And this is a very different ch- live stream for me because I'm just being chatty Cathy over here, and that is not who I am. Let me just tell you. And so I'm doing a month of the gift of time, a challenge to really help us hone in and think about all the different ways this 24 hours or 1,440 minutes, as I'm known to be saying, is how we use it, how we um, are purposeful in it, and where some of our challenges are, because we all have them, myself included. I am not exempt uh, from having challenges. So that is part of what's happening, but there are some other goodies that are coming as well. And yes, uh I have been working on some projects in the background. And what day was it? Tuesday? I believe it was Tuesday where I was in the stream with Keith Pelzer and James Hicks. Now, they're a little bit on the wild side, but they do have good information if you can get past that. And one of the things Keith talked about um, is moving in silence. And that's a term that's used often in content creation, but it goes so beyond that. It goes to how you actually operate. I've watched all kinds of people say all kinds of things and then not carry through. They've made huge pronouncements and they've just not carried through. And perhaps, don't know, but perhaps they're making the pronouncements as a way to have accountability for what it is they want to do. I'm not judging, I'm not characterizing, but what I have observed is many times the carry through does not happen. I have someone in my life who rarely talks about what they're doing, but the results show up. And to me, I really very much work similarly. I don't pronounce what I'm going to do, I just go do it. And then the way I say it is my work speaks for itself. My results speak for itself. And that is really what I've been doing. I've been doing a lot of work in the background that only one or two people know about. And when it's released, it's released. And the people it's intended for, that God has put it together for, they will grab it and run with it. So that's kind of how that is. And yeah, Tori, I'm like you. I'm a little bit like you. Probably not as good as well. Anyway, yeah, I'm always working on something. So sign you up. We will be getting it out in the community, in the school community. If Frank or Josh can you or Inanea, can one of you all drop the link to the school community? You can go over there right now and sign up. It's available to you, and you will be able to participate in the monthly challenge there. All right. I don't see any other questions. So thank you for sharing the link, Miss Tora. I will be in the class learning from you. And if I can figure out how to do this, I will copy this. I don't know if I can do it. I'm going to give it to Frank. And Frank, I'm going to message this to you. If you can drop this link in chat, for everyone to be able to know where Miss Tora is going to be teaching in less than an hour now, and she needs to get off of here, so she's prepared. I'm messaging this to you, Frank, because I don't know how to do it any other way. So if you check your message, you'll see if you can drop it in chat for everyone. If you want to come join her in um, at that address, that it's a YouTube channel, y'all, and I'm gonna go there and see what the name of the channel is. If I can figure this out, you got to learn how to use YouTube, Florence. I know that's crazy. You got to learn how to use it. It's not letting me. Frank, I hope you got that. Yep, you did. Thank you. So if you guys can, if you're available and you want to get a good teaching, drop by and see her at that YouTube channel. So this is all we got tonight. Thank you all for being here. I'm glad this was really chill, just answering questions. And thank you, Yolanda, that you look forward to the upcoming project. Frank, I'm not answering that question yet. I see you asking the question in the lounge. Not going to answer that yet. All right. Okay. Well, everybody, um we got another week. Actually, next week is Thanksgiving. So for those who celebrate Thanksgiving, be well, enjoy time with your family, be safe, especially if you're traveling. Pay attention to everything around you. Be well. Good night, everybody.